Hi guys, it's a Chookman here once again. I just want to quickly show you the collection of dragster push bikes I've got at the moment in this dragster collection. I've got 4 dragsters at the moment, and I hope to get more when I come across more. So here's one from Czechoslovakia. It's got to be from the late 70s, early 80s, but don't quote me on the age on this one. This bike was handed down to me by an old Italian man one day. I was wrapped when he gave it to me. There's a story behind this bike. It was his son's from many years ago, but the bike's from Czechoslovakia. He gave it to his son brand new, and his son lost interest in it, and it sat in his dad's garage for many years. And he happened to come across me, and he said, "You know what? I've got a nice bike you can have." And I was even prepared to pay him money for this bike. And he said, "Don't insult me. You can take the bike for nothing." And then he told me it was his son's bike. His son's 30 now, and I was so rapt when he gave it to me. I said to him, "You sure you want to give it to me?" He goes, "Yeah, my son's grown up and he's not interested in it anymore." And then he told me where he got it from, Czechoslovakia, brand new. So there's a story behind that one there. And there's another 2 more I'm about to show you. This is another dragster, and the brand of that is Lawrencia. As I've said to you before, I have problems with reading, so you'll be able to read the brand of that. This bike here there was this one and the green one come from the same bloke that I bought. I actually bought these 2 bikes, this blue one and this green one I'm about to show you, and a BMX as well for my BMX collection. So there's another dragster from the 70s. This one here, this green one and the blue one come from the same collector, and I was rapt when I got this. Out of all my bikes, this is my favourite one. Now, there's a bit of history on these Malvern Star push bikes. Back in the 70s, if you were lucky to have parents that had good jobs, you would have got one of these under the Christmas tree back in the late 70s. And it'd be good if we could bring the history back of the Malvern Star dragsters and get the kids interested in riding them again. Because there are some cheap ones out there. You don't have to spend $1 million to get your kids a bike. And then the blue one, that's a copy, is just as good. It's a classy bike, I'm telling you now. If you had a son or a daughter and you put that under the Christmas tree, they would be rapt. And you can educate them about where the dragster actually come from, and how us grown-ups, when we were kids, we were riding them around on Christmas Day. Because the history on these Malvern Star dragster push bikes, it doesn't exist anymore, and I find it very sad. You know, the bikes they make today, they fall apart, but these ones here, these don't fall apart. You could have these for many, many years if you looked after them. And plus, they got the history behind them. They're not just a dragster, Malvern Star dragster. They've got the history right behind these push bikes. Alright guys, have a great Christmas and a safe New Year, and I'll talk to you all soon.